Glad you're with us wherever you may be. The spillage has been cleared up and we are underway. Not to start. That's usually an in-game adjustment. Morant with 8 to shoot. Dillon comes top of the key, fires over Bledsoe and rings the bell. Dillon Brooks
catches the ball and finishes very well. Sets good screens, as does Steven Adams.
10 to shoot, backdoors closed, tried to deliver it there. Paul George instead sends it and scores it.
Defense, yes, is great, but on the offensive end, it gives them another shot creator.
Dillon Brooks, I beg your pardon, Desmond Bane coming foul line sending and scoring it.
Curl the 15-foot jumper, also the 15-foot jumper off of a screen. He's got more comfortable off the dribble shooting.
Adams setting a screen, Bane hits the floater.
Such as that. Now, the floater, pull-up jump shots. He has a full arsenal.
Jaren for 3, it's through. Jaren Jackson Jr. coming off of one of his more complete games of the season.
And Paul George tried to shed Dillon with a little bit of push off there. Dillon able to make it a tough situation still.
Bane creating and scoring again. And now guarding Paul George. Zubac with the screen. Bledsoe rolls. Jackson, an open 3, puts it in. Reggie Jackson. But again, the Clippers are back defensively. Ja, deep 3. Yes!
Stepping into those threes.
Jackson, that's deflected. Stolen by Brooks. Grizzlies have hit 5 of their last 7. Make it 6 of 8.
High-level offensive player. Look at this pass. Good defense, though, by Coffey.
Coffey with a rejection. Talked about Adams averaging a career high in assists. Reggie Jackson playing downhill, dishes to Zubac for the easy one. Terrence Mann, who had a good playoff run for the Clippers last year. Paul George on a post-up, baseline turn and gun, overcooked it. Zubac an offensive rebound, and the Grizzlies have to call for time. A look ahead for Bane. Against Mann, it's double blocked, and a loose ball picked up by Paul George. On the counterattack, Zubac. And Zubac has 6. Shot clock down to 5. Skip pass. Kyle's got to go. 3 to shoot. Backing down, wheeling in the lane, flipping it up, but off. Got his own miss, and off the reload, Kyle Anderson. But right now, the Clippers 4 miscues. Grizzlies just 1. Jackson drives, hangs. Zubac again, and a foul. DeAnthony Melton trying to find an opening. Feeds Clark. Brandon Clark in the last 4 home games is averaging 10 a game. Zubac sits down with 9 first-quarter points. And Zubac's averages right around 10. Here's Melton for 3. It's through.
Melton's season high was against this Clippers team.
Kennard's 3. Luke Kennard. Bledsoe with 8 to shoot. On the attack, a fadeaway gun that goes for Eric Bledsoe. His first shot finds the bottom.
Again, another good start defensively for this Grizzlies team.
Tyus in the lane, floats it up and in with 1.6. Aaron Jackson Jr. digs it away from Hartenstein. Melton running the floor, crossing over, going to the goal, off the glass. Oh, and Zaire Williams climbing the ladder and sending it in with authority. Get up, Cardinal! Clark with a rebound. Grizzlies pushing the tempo, leading by 8. Melton lobs, Clark guides it in. Oh, what a pretty play going to the left hand.
He knows what we're emphasizing, so it hasn't been too big of a challenge. Now, in 3 games since his return, averaging just under 20, he was a plus 31 against Houston.
Jaren for 3. Adams, good offensive rebound. Drop off, Jaren. Yes, and the foul. Foul on Zubac. Jaren going downhill. Needs some friends. Jaren, an open 3. Bango!
Well, he found his friend. The Grizzlies put Kyle Anderson on Paul George. Saved Dillon Brooks with the 2 fouls.
And Dillon with a beautiful dish. And Adams guides that back in.
Dillon said, I wanted the assist. We're cool with offensive rebound. Get back to him every time.
That ends a 9-0 Memphis run.
And this Clippers team back into this little zone here. Good find of the middle.
Morant's back in, pump fake, baseline, reverse, and in! Oh my! John Morant! And then get the freebie against Dallas. Woo. And watch Morant and Doncic square off. Paul George, a fadeaway gun that goes.
Professional score.
Jackson finding an opening, and he hits and holds the pose. But he's got it now against Bane. Doubled on the baseline, blocked, and then gets that one to drop in. Clippers going to play for one. Grizzlies lead is 6. George, step back three, put it in with 1.2. Paul George on a throwback. Jackson drives, fakes. Out of the corner, Paul George for three, and down the well it goes. Jackson drives, misses the floater. Steven Adams rakes in his 6th rebound of the game, and a look ahead to Dillon, who reverses it up and in. Paul George picked up by Brooks. Fadeaway three is in for Paul George. 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. He is now top 20 all time in 3-point makes. 6 here in the quarter. Paul George with a miss, and Jaren with a rebound. Grizzlies looking to push the pace. Bane takes middle, finger rolls it up and in. And the Grizzlies still a big edge in the paint. Morant hanging and hitting. Wow. And the rebound to Coffey. Grizzlies a 10-2 advantage in the paint. Jackson triggers a three, and it's through.
Not enough free throws to make up that difference.
Bane, a sidestep triple try. It's in. Desmond Bane, his 2nd triple of the night.
In that situation, Zubac setting multiple screens and Dillon having to just try to work around them.
Morant with a floater. Ties the game at 71. Jackson is out. Kyle Anderson is in. Coffey is out for the Clippers. Mann is in. Morant, foul line leaner is in. 15 for Morant.
The reason why the Grizzlies don't have a double-digit lead. Oh, wow.
Ja,
oh, wow.
what a move!
Oh, wow.
Jackson is 4 of 8 tonight from downtown. Morant, a pull-up. Adams, offensive rebound.
Oh, good pass.
Back to Morant for the finger roll. The lead is 6. Paul George, his 5th 3 of the game. Morant 13 in the quarter, 12 in the quarter for Paul George. And a 6-point Grizzlies lead. Ja fades, fires, and fills it up. Timeout Clippers. Hartenstein converting the 3-point play. Quick look ahead. Morant going to the rack and reversing it in. Going right at Reggie Jackson one-on-one and taking him right to the rack.
1-on-3 with the finish.
17 in the quarter. His best quarter scoring is 19. Jackson responds on the other end.
Telling the guys we've got to stay disciplined in this 4th quarter. Back and forth. Got to play with the energy. Got to play with the focus as Jaren knocks down a 3.
The last 2 seasons in this, it's the 57th game with 60 or more. That's most in the NBA. Hartenstein got the bounce.
Yes.
Nice cut. Clark against Coffey. 3 gone by 4th quarter. Clark getting early position, banked it in. Tap rebound, captured by Tyus Jones. It's the 8th multi-block, multi-3 game, and Brandon Clark throws it down and turns to the crowd as Ty Lue calls timeout. And the 8 games this season with multiple blocks and multiple threes in the same game as Melton rings the bell from downtown. That is the most in the NBA.
It was terrific defense. Taking away his strength was the roller to the basket. They didn't allow Dillon's defense on Paul George harassing. Nice pass here, Brandon Clark.
Scrub, a native of Louisville, Kentucky, played for John A. Logan College in junior college ball, and the Grizzlies going to take a timeout here because and if Boston intercepts that long pass, so that as his head would go back and forth to watch Ja, he'd have the GoPro to follow. Hartenstein on a follow.
Forcing him to be more of a 3-point shooter, not a guy that gets into the interior of the defense.
Like John Morant can on cue. 28 for Morant. And they will get it tonight as Scrub fires, and it's boarded by Sam Merrill. Oh, and Sam